Pretty good, pretty good.
It is nice to finally virtually meet you.
Oh,
While I have a huge mouthful of food.
Don't even worry about it. For all you know, I'm just an AI projection, right? Oof.
And we're live.
I mean, you could be.
Oh my
NVIDIA
gosh!
is making that beautiful card right now, the 4000 series.
That would be some really, really crazy AI tech if I was just. Who's that streamer who she or they? I don't know if she identifies as that she, but yeah, they wear like the full bodysuit and they were doing a pink hair demonstration the other day, and the movement was like in real time. It was really fascinating.
I'm trying to think because who's that?
I don't know. That was, I mean, a really great description. So I don't know how you couldn't guess it.
I mean, I'm just thinking of the pink suit.
Let's see. Streamer.
Speaking of, you saw that the streamer that jumped into the pit at TwitchCon.
Oh yeah.
Who broke her back? Yeah.
Yeah, she showed on her stream recently of how the stitches were. Because they went in her back. And the scary part is that she didn't know that she was pregnant.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, she had surgery. She's out fine. But like I said, she found out that the doctor told her after she came out of surgery. So.
Well, if you're that early, you're probably okay. It's pretty protected.
Well, no, she said she was 5 months pregnant when
what?
Oh, 5 weeks pregnant. I'm sorry.
Oh,
no, I think it was 5 weeks that she said she was. So
that's pretty early.
Yeah, but
welcome to Gamers Den.
Oh yeah, happy times.
Do you have any kids?
Me, yep, got 2 knuckleheads. One of them is asleep right now. The other one is probably in the other room watching TV before she goes to sleep because she's 12. She'll go to school. She's back in school tomorrow because they had the day off. But yeah. So yeah, what about yourself?
I have a 3-year-old who's asleep in the other room. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So you have like a little, like a baby?
So I mean, they're 3. I mean, they are not little.
Okay.
My partner's like almost 6 feet tall, so they're a tall kid. But yeah, no, our first kid. We only send them to school 2 days a week because school's so effing expensive.
It is. It is.
We pay 2 days a week. He goes from $8.15 to like $2.45. You're looking at like $6,000 for a semester. You know, like, woof. No wonder people are
it's like college.
Like, damn.
Oh.
Anyways, this is not, I'm assuming, the Gamers Den where we talk about children all the time. So.
We talk about anything. You want to talk about our intro? Is it new or is it the same?
The same one. I hadn't changed it because I hadn't had time to
show Josh since he's the new kid.
Oh yeah, we'll play it again. Here we go. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. There we go. There we go.
And I'm following you right away because this was so much fun. You guys are awesome.
And begin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta update it though.
What? Did you compose the music?
Yep. Had to use the iPad with the Garage Tunes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I use Logic with the loops, and I like make myself feel like I'm good at creating music, but it's just me like manipulating loops of other people's music. I'm like, yeah, I'm so good.
Hey, that's what they do now. P. Diddy had to start somewhere.
Yeah. Plus, I couldn't fit anything in this closet, so.
So, what are you playing now? I'm curious.
I mean, it depends on the day. So I mean, I predominantly stick to my Series X.
Okay.
Let's see, I got, I think 35 games on here right now that I've been messing around with.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like last couple nights, it's been like You Suck at Parking.
I love that game.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god, the online game. Oh my god. I hope you don't mind if we are gonna play that. I hope you don't mind if I say the F-bomb a lot because I all the time when I'm playing that game.
Trust me, I've bitten my tongue too many times in that game.
Oh my partner came in the other day. She's like, "You need to stop yelling fuck. Like stop. Like people are sleeping." I'm like, "Someone dashed me out of the spot." Ugh.
That word is highly encouraged here on the Gamer's Den, so you're fine.
Kara, did you
yeah,
ever download that? Did you end up downloading I Suck at Parking?
I'm pretty sure I played it. Didn't I play it on my phone? You can do it on the phone, right? No, that's something else. No, I never did. No,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
such
so long ago. Sorry, my brain is so fried between everything. I'm like, what did I play? No, but we looked at it a few times, and I never played it.
Such a fun game. Are you doing no, Kara, you were playing what was it?
The
Fall
one-
Guys.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that was terrifying.
Terrifying. That's an interesting descriptor.
Oh, because I was using my keyboard or my mouse, and Jacoby has his little player and his little remote, and like I just wasn't able to maneuver things like I wanted to. It was like, so my little guy jumped off the cliff way too many times.
So it was more of a
this
frustration.
one. Oh no! So there's a mobile game where it's kind of like Tetris with cars, so it's different.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
what I kept thinking it was. But we played this. You played this for a little bit,
Yep.
a
Played it for
couple,
a full-blown
a
hour.
couple
We were
of
sitting here.
episodes back.
This and
Yeah.
did you get Multiverses?
No, I think I got annoyed at because you had to sign up for like the WB Connect or something, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, because like I've already got the Ubisoft Connect and then a bunch
Yeah.
of other stuff, and I'm like, I just can't do it.
Well, I mean, Multiverses, the fun thing about Multiverses is just the characters that you get to pick.
Oh,
That's
sure.
the fun part. Because you've seen it before, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I had downloaded it, so I'm one of those losers who does like the Xbox Ambassador program, aka like I do a bunch of stuff for like free for Xbox and Microsoft. Which
lucky dog.
totally, if you've ever seen my LinkedIn profile, feels like the complete opposite of something I should be doing.
I mean, hook a brother up. I want to get on that program.
You literally just have you Googled it before? Do you know what it is?
No, I haven't.
So it's like literally let's volunteer, and then like you sign up for it. They do a really good job actually of keeping you engaged because like you can level up and then you get more XP, which we're gamers, of course we're gonna love that, right? So
Yep.
I'm like leveling up. I'm a level 2 ambassador, but basically they give you like missions to test like accessibility and other stuff. And their whole ambassador mission is to create more inclusion in gaming. So from like that aspect, I'm all about it. So I've been vehemently trying to gather points in ambassador ranking so I can start getting a little bit more publicity in the gaming world. I think that'll be fun.
I just looked it up right now.
Yeah, dude, seriously, sign up for it. It's free. And then you can go to you'll get invited to the Discords, and then it's just do the missions. And that's actually why I started playing You Suck at Parking and Persona Royale 5 or whatever that one is. And
Yep.
because they ask you to start doing those missions and stuff to test out games and stuff.
Really? Because Persona was
yeah.
I love Persona. Such a good game.
Oh yeah. That was that might have been a part of the Game Pass quests. I don't know. I'm trying to level up in my off time all the time, obviously.
So yeah, I'm signing up right now, actually. Waiting for it to send me. There's that sign in.
Oh yeah, you got to remember your Microsoft login, and let's be real, that's the worst one. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Luckily, I
sorry,
saved it.
Microsoft.
Did the authenticator or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Requirement 17. Do I have a 1500 gaming score? I don't know. What is my
That's a
gaming
good,
score?
is that one of the requirements?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they sent me some email. I've had an Xbox Live account now for 16 years, so I just feel looking old, a real big old.
How old are you,
Trust
me.
Josh?
Huh?
How old are you?
33.
Oh, you're so old.
Oh, first of all, how old are you all?
38. And
Okay.
Toby, maybe 38 and
I'm
a
just
half,
here.
right?
I'm just here.
Yeah, 38 and a half.
South of the 40s. That's all I know.
Yeah. I didn't realize.
We've been watching Titans. My partner and I. So before we got on this, we just watched the end of season 3 of Titans on HBO Max.
I need to
it's
watch
one of-
that.
Oh, I love it. I mean, a bunch of the DC hardos don't love it, but I mean, between that and the Harley Quinn and Peacemaker, like some of the best DC properties on there.
Well, Peacemaker, I love. Good God, Peacemaker is so hilarious.
Oh, so good. If you have not watched, is it Kara or Kara?
Kara.
Kara and Jatovi, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. So, of course. Sorry, this will happen a lot with me tonight, especially once I light this up in a bit. I'll space out and start going on like random juxtapositions. I don't even remember what I was saying.
But yeah, Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
We were talking about Peacemaker.
Oh, Peacemaker.
We
right.
got you, Josh.
Peacemaker has the
So-
greatest intro too.
Oh, fantastic intro. But if you haven't watched Harley Quinn, the animated series, it's the best DC property I've ever seen, ever.
Is it now? See, I started watching some of Harley Quinn. I didn't get to, watch all the series because there's just so much out right now to watch.
Oh, sure.
But I'm still a big fan of Teen Titans Go. That's my.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah. If you're going from Teen Titans Go to Harley Quinn, that's a huge jump in gore, violence, and just about everything. Because that shocked me. Because I had no idea what it was going in. Because I'm a big adult animated fan, so I just popped it on, and then like I don't know if you've watched it, but it is very.
So
violent.
I have watched some of it. I mean, I do enjoy it. The 3 episodes, because I'm only 3 episodes in. But yeah, the 3 episodes that I've watched, I do really enjoy it. Because I mean, I enjoy pretty much anything. Like Rick and Morty, love it to death. The early Aqua Teen Hunger Force was my stuff. If you've never gone back, and especially since you've got the thing that you're about to take care of, you need to watch C Lab 2021.
Of course. Oh yeah. No, of course.
That is, and Kara, if I don't know if you've seen it, it is the dumbest, hilarious show ever to grace TV.
People think of it kind of like a spiritual prequel to Archer, if you like Archer.
Yeah. It is.
Archer was cute.
Yeah, you'll like C Lab 2020 or 2020 and
does.
2021. Then Venture Brothers, I love. Then I do my anime and all the other stuff from Naruto. I'm starting. What's that? The Chainsaw. There's the Chainsaw
Head.
Yes, I want to start that one. Spy vs. Family is really good. That's another anime that popped up.
there's so much, and then also like I feel so guilty for continuing to get into new stuff, and I'm like I have so much work to do, but also I need to escape from this nonsense. At least like Sandman season 2 is coming back. But anyways,
when is that supposed to come out?
season 2, it just got like hypothetically confirmed. They haven't even actually confirmed it. But anyways, we were watching Titans, and one of the characters goes, "You're old," to the woman who plays like the not Superwoman, but Donna. And Donna goes, "How old do you think I am?" He's like 30, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck you!" Like, what the hell? That's just ruthless. Kids think 30 is old. Oh no.
Yeah.
And then a
That's
16-year-old asked me if I knew who Blink-182 was, and I'm like, "What the hell is this? What does the world come to?"
There was I saw a meme which actually had me rolling today. It was a buddy of mine that posted it, and it actually had some girl had said, or I think it was either some woman or some. Yeah, it was a teenage woman. Well, yeah, I think it was. Some woman said, "Well, Jordan's only famous because of because the shoes made him famous." Right below it said, "What year was this heifer born in?"
Obviously, after Like Mike. I mean, come on. They weren't seeing Bow Wow. Like,
So yeah, that made me feel old, but I loved it. Loved that one.
Aw, that's so cute.
I don't know. It's something that fascinates me and frightens me. It's just how quickly the age gap is going to happen as we progress.
Yeah. Yeah. Old school rap is not going to be old school rap anymore.
They had
You're gonna
Weezer on the oldie station.
What?
What?
Weezer?
Weezer, yeah. They're like, "Yo, are you for real right now?" Like, I remember still going to see the Monkees when I was growing up. I'm like, that's oldies music. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
No, if anyone, I don't know if anyone's actually watching this, but no one in that age group went to go see the Monkees. I mean, I'm really dating them.
Hey, we're the
Yeah, I was like, I
monkeys.
think they were all gone from drugs by the time you were born. Maybe.
Oh,
Were they still alive?
Monkeys
Davy
became
Jones
the
just passed away a couple years ago, right? And then
Oh, wow.
Mickey just passed away. I want to say within the last 5 years.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I see what you're saying about this ambassador program now.
Dude, I mean, it's I gotta say, like, there's a lot about Microsoft I hate, but they do a really good job with this, and they do make sure to like test out. They just launched like 2 accessibility tracks, so you go through and you learn everything about all the accessibility options that they have, and then like they ask for like feedback from the community, and they do a pretty good job. So I will say, give them credit where credit's due.
I mean, truthfully, the way Microsoft runs their whole server side of things is much better than the way PlayStation runs theirs. I mean,
I haven't played PlayStation. I kid you not, since PS2. So I
got
an
a
Xbox
PS5
hardware all
now.
day.
I got a PS5 now. I was going to get the Series X, but since I have the whole Game Pass, I want to still get it, but this Game Pass is so freaking addictive.
Oh, it's fantastic. Although I heard PC Game Pass is not as good.
I don't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've heard that there's some disparity in the games that are available. Although they are really rapidly improving PC because it's their fastest growing segment.
Yeah. I mean, there's just For me, I mean, I guess since I don't have the Xbox side of it anymore, I mean, I just got the whole, because I paid for both the Xbox and since I still have the Xbox One, but I'm never using the one anymore because I'm on the PC freaking all the time.
Mm.
But all the games that pop up, I mean, it tells me if it's, PC or Xbox Play Anywhere, like Ghost Song. I haven't downloaded Ghost Song yet. I did just download.
Maybe it's just the inverse because I know there are certain games I can't get. So maybe I'm just protecting.
Have you gotten Well, on your side, do you get the legend? This one, the Legends of Tendening, I think it is, or however it's pronounced.
I see Ghost Song. Let's see. Is it in the recently added section?
Yeah,
Uh,
because this one looks fun.
the Legend of Tianding.
Yes,
I got that. Yeah.
yeah, this looks fun. Because I did play Trek to Yomi. You should have that one.
Oh, I have played Trek to Yomi. Yeah,
Trek to Yomi's awesome.
that was really good. Did you play Eden Fitch when it was out?
No,
Oh, really beautiful game. Really pretty game.
I saw it, but I did not download
horrifying,
it.
But
I wanted to try this one because this one just popped up. I don't know if you get what's this one? This is the Gunfire Reborn.
no, honestly, like I've been so my ADHD pretty much like I get hyper focused on something. So I did like a solid like 3 weeks just straight in like all of the Assassin's Creeds I owned.
Okay, good game.
Yeah,
Good
I
game.
got like hyper into that. But so recently I've been really into the parking game, and then they also had me testing out. It's like Rocket League but for golf.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
And like I don't
tried that.
know why, but I've been hyper addicted to that lately, and it's
Really?
probably because the competition aspect. I can't fight it out of me yet.
Because I tried that one, but then I think I it was like right at the beginning, and
The first time it sucked.
yeah. So I played it and I was like, I'll move on. So I'm glad they improved it, I guess.
I just got a re-release of it, and it's definitely improved. No.
But yeah, there's just so many games.
All right, now that I asked you how to pronounce your name, Kara, I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up every time. You know,
Don't worry.
so it's like so. One of the first couple of people we hired, I had one of them was Kristen and one of them was Kirsten, and I fucked it up every single time, and I'm like, I felt like such an asshole. Here I am, Captain Equity over here, and I can't even get someone's name straight the first time I meet him.
You know, it's we're all human, right? And so it's
Yeah.
fine. It's like we're all figuring it out. And then the more you just like go for it, the better off you are. And then you just nail the names, and then it's fine.
I know, and I'm like, I'm so drilled into like pandemic Josh, where like I don't have to interact with people. Like I got like into this phase where like I don't even have to look people in the eyes anymore. It's like I'm just like down doing my own thing, and now I'm like, all right, nope, I got to start re-entering myself into society here. So
Yeah. No, you're good. No, I appreciate you. You try, to get it and stuff. Jatobi, what are my pronouns? We're working on this.
Oh, the they and them, they're up there.
You still are working on it though. So
Negative. Oh, did you play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when that got released?
Shredder's Revenge, of course. I mean, I grew up during when the best Ninja Turtles movie came out. Let's be real, the live action original trilogy, all the way.
Okay.
Even the third one. All right, time travel to Japan. I don't care what y'all say.
The Tokyo Drift
Yeah.
version?
Not bad. Did you have you seen the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies?
Yes.
So the third one, at least as far as my recollection is concerned, is universally panned as the worst one. But I love it. I have a soft spot.
So the very first, and that kind of is like the Transformers, the very first Transformers, the one that came out in '96, I think it was. No, it was actually before
long
that.
ago.
Yeah, it came out a long time ago. The original Transformers movie,
Live action.
It was the one. No, not the 3D animated one.
Not the Michael Bay ones.
No, I hate those.
Okay.
No, those are horrible. Those are horrible. Those weren't Transformers. Those were just a bunch of metal clanging around. The original Transformers when Optimus Prime died, that was not supposed to happen. That made me cry. That was the first movie I cried at. Because Megatron was the one that was supposed to die because he got beat up. But it was Optimus Prime that had the hole in his side. And they were supposed to fix him, but they couldn't fix him. Then Megatron turned to Galvatron. The Unicron was trying to eat everything, and Hot Rod turned into what was it? The worst version of Optimus ever. The white truck with the blue back. Hated that. See, the little things in life.
I don't know the first time I cried at media. I think it might have been Big Fish by Tim Burton, but that's because I'm a typical white dude with daddy issues. So,
hey, that one hurt me too.
Oh man, it gets me every time. It's such a beautiful ending. Like every time when he's running into the lake, every time I cry. How can you not?
I cried when Zach Morris and Kelly Kapowski broke up at the prom on Saved by the Bell. It was so sad. Thank goodness they're together still.
I could not tell you the last time I saw Saved by the Bell. Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it on Nick at Night.
What? Nick at
man.
Night?
Are You Afraid of the Dark? That was my jam.
No. What was it? What was the game show?
Double
Where
Dare?
you got yes.
Or
yes.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh. The good old days. They don't have the good stuff anymore.
Are you kidding me? They got the best stuff now.
Well,
I remember having to launch MS-DOS. Like, man, no. Things are way better now.
Ultima,
you all didn't have to
type everything.
You all didn't have to play a Sega Saturn. You don't know what a Sega Saturn was.
I had a Sega Saturn.
My father got me 2 of them because that was how he did things.
Mm.
I remember.
Sounds like from your writings, Josh, that your father was my mother, and that's okay.
Interesting. So what about your mother? Do you find parallel? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, just the whole pomp and circumstance, like the external, gifts and making productions out of things. Yeah, I mean, it's normal weirdness.
Oh, sure. It always made me laugh though, because at least my dad would always try and get us a bunch of gifts, right, to obviously make up for that deficit. But then he would always buy the cheapest version of said gift, right? So he would get us the cool gaming system, but not the next gen. It was Sega Saturn, and with that Sega Saturn, guess what? I got you a projector, but it's a Kohl's projector that pixelates everything on the wall, right? So we used it once, and then he threw it out, I think, right? And I'm it's just
nice.
That's funny.
Yeah, because they wanted to take advantage of the deal, whatever the deal was.
Oh, sure. I know, and that also, I just want to qualify. I know this is 100% first world problems. So yes, I want to qualify. Yeah, MS-DOS. Hello, Nicole. I didn't even notice these comments here, so. Oh, man. You know what? So my brother and I, the only time my brother and I got along was when we would play N64. And it was WWE Royal Rumble, NFL Blitz, 007 GoldenEye, obviously. And then, what was Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Oh, goodness.
What a game. What a game. I don't remember. It was squirrels versus pigs or something. I don't remember. But you had these cannons and you would try to invade the squirrel's tree. and it was hilarious and so much fun.
Yeah, that Conquerors. Oh, they did make a VR game that was similar. Well,
I do think they tried to redo it recently.
I mean, it was so basically in the VR game that they had, I guess, created. The way that it worked was somebody on like a phone had the app and was the squirrel, and you were playing in the tree. It was a tower defense basically, but the squirrel was trying to get into the tree, and you had to throw like acorns and knock the squirrels down. So it was you were in the VR and you're just throwing at the squirrels. So
that sounds right.
But you know,
what was the big transition game for you, right? So like, what was from like the Conker's Bad Fur Day to like, oh hey, I'm gonna go play like something where someone gets split in half, right? So do you remember like what your first adult game was?
Night Trap. Well, before that, probably the Mortal Kombat stuff, but even then, Mortal Kombat way back on the Genesis and the N64 really wasn't that real bad. I guess the first quote unquote adult game was Night Trap on the Sega CD, which started the ESRB. Because it wasn't so, Kara, I don't know if I told you. So you know what the ESRB is, right? So the ESRB is the you know how with movies they have the rating system where you have R, NC-17.
Oh yeah,
PG,
I just
like that.
googled it. I recognize the label.
Yep. So the ESRB came about because way back when early in the game days of the consoles, and it was with the Sega CD. So people were getting a little bit perturbed with the arcade game Mortal Kombat because there was blood in it. But it wasn't that. People kind of got over it, didn't really pay much attention to it because, again, it's a fighting game, like Street Fighter. Nobody was really like, this is crazy. It came to the home systems and people thought it was going to be bad. But Mortal Kombat back in that day didn't really look like anything. It was nothing. So people didn't pay any attention. It was still just another Contra and everything else. When Night Trap came out, the premise of the game Night Trap was you were in a sense, a security guard, and you were watching over this party. This party was with the Sega CD, you could do full motion video. So you basically had live action happening, and you would push a button and a response would happen, and then would go to a different live action. You're not controlling anything, but pushing a button. So it's kind of like a choose your own adventure type game. And so you push a button and then another live action video would play. But that's how the game would play. But you were a security guard. You're watching over this party, and you're thinking back like in the 90s, how you have like your Saved by the Bell crowd.
Yeah.
And you think they're having a pajama party, and they are these teenage girls and these teenage boys. They're all having this great party. It's a 90s setup.
Which, unbeknownst to them, is infested with vampires.
So you don't really even realize they're vampires. They're just in black outfits, and they're running through. It's a dumb game, a really dumb game. And
it says it was an interactive movie.
Yep. So you're having to watch, and you're going from room to room. Oh, there's a party here. This is where Tim and Jane and all the other crew are dancing at this party. But over in the bedroom, somebody just broke into the house. So you have to sneak over there and push some security button, and it traps the people trying to break in. Night Trap. So you trap these characters breaking in. That's it. And it just plays another.
It's like anytime they say the name of a TV show in the show.
Yeah. It was horrible. It was such a dumb game. But people got offended and thought because of the actual premise of the game that you just read, they thought it was basically porn that you were watching.
I mean, it kind of looks it. Like it when you look at the
So-
screenshots, it looks like HBO at night. You're like,
But
oh.
it
And
definitely
then
gives
Josh
that
is all like,
90s,
"What's your first
flash.
adult video or your first adult game?" I'm like, "Oh, this is
That's not what I
kind of
meant.
like." But like when you think of adult game. So when you look at it though, the screenshots they do look like HBO After
And-
Dark.
So the crazy thing is that's what people got offended at. Barely anybody who got mad played the game. They just saw the game Night
Well,
Trap.
that's normally how it goes.
Exactly.
The
So
people having a sleepover look like they're in their 30s. Like
and they're supposed
Yeah,
to be
it's a
teenagers.
typical B. It's a B like camper '90s slasher. Like that's what it is. It's fantastic.
It is.
But like I'm a big horror fan. I love horror. Which I will say has changed since I become a father. But that's our apparently. Though. Well, how about you? Your first. I'm not saying porn game. All right, I'm saying your adult themed game. All right. Trust me, I've tried to find them. People, they don't exist. They don't.
so what? I still find it funny that Jatobi lets me hang out here on Gamer's Den when I'm not a gamer. I just shoot my mouth, right, Jatobi?
But that's
then
what
we talk about deep
that's
stuff.
why it's perfect for you to be here.
Mhm.
See, look at there.
Well,
Look at there. There's
In
Night
that
Trap.
case, I'll get to the reason why I asked the question because I wanted to answer it. Obviously,
Sorry, I wish I had a real one for you.
no worries.
What?
Yep. That's all you do. You go from room to room. Hey, those guys are moving this stuff out, and oh no, somebody may come in behind them. And then you have to push. Oh, he's trapped. Yeah. This is what people got so offended
this is
by.
why I said kids these days have it so much better. You don't have to do things like this. Oh,
Yep. See, they're in the
Is
bedroom.
that how vampires are supposed to walk?
See, you just found another one. They're in that room, so you set off the trap.
huh. Tom Cruise from Interview with a Vampire looks weird.
I mean, the acting is better than Jared Leto and Morbius.
Oh, did you watch that the murder movie he did for HBO Max during COVID? Like all the pretty things are. I wanted to like it so bad. I was hoping it'd be like 7, and it was not that good.
He is horrible. I wish. Why do people? I mean, I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out why he keeps getting these roles. But he is horrible.
Trances them. He plays some 30 Seconds to Mars, and then that's it.
But you see how offensive this game is, Kara? This is what
I'm pretty
created the ESRB. This game. Games would not be rated unless this game were not built.
Mark Lee, doesn't it look like a porno?
Looks like it was.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, Mark Lee. I miss your
Hey
face.
there. I literally just popped in from Haytime because I'm actually going to catch the bus and get on back home. But, it's always got to see old friends and apparently a new friend as well. But I will be back before we end the show and all of that.
Good.
But I just had to come in. And I know that Jatobi was over there making friends and making great friends at the other show that was going on because he was just having way too much fun with Mr. Shaquille and all along those lines because he was just like not listening as he oftentimes does. And Mr. Jatobi was listening and being the diplomat that he is. But definitely that was what was going on. And Shaquille was having his special moment. But definitely, Jatobi, you handled it well, I thought.
I mean, with him, it's basically you can't let him overtalk you, and I'm not going to let him overtalk me and continually interrupt and interject nonsensical stuff. No. We're having a conversation. Let's talk.
Exactly. Did I just see pink smoke? That looked kind of fun because it was almost still seeing it. There was like pink smoke that was there. And I'm like,
Yeah. So Mark, like I was telling Kara, the reason video games are rated by a group called the ESRB is because this game was made.
okay.
Because people were offended and thought, people thought that this game was way too adult for kids to play, and they didn't want their kids to get this. This was, in their mind, worse than Mortal Kombat.
And to think we'll never get another Manhunt. You know, jeez.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about a violent game.
This
Ooh.
was Jatovi's first adult game.
Yeah, this is the first adult game I ever played.
And that's not what I heard, but we won't talk about those little secrets that I know.
Oh,
Channel 99 with the squiggly lines.
Oh my god, kids will never have to know the horror. That or like trying to download like a photo with your and then a fax comes in and it cuts the line
Yes.
and your mom comes home. Yeah, that never happened to me.
Never happened.
I don't know who that did that. That was
Yeah,
new.
no, I heard that story. Um,
Magazines that were found and folks were going like, no, that wasn't me. That was Bob's.
Walk to the back of the store. I don't know who opened this plastic magazine open. This is brand new to me.
it's completely black. How would I know what's on the inside of that?
I had no idea.
I thought it was a comic book. I swore it was a comic book.
I thought I saw Jesus in there, so I wanted to make sure he was free. Yeah, see how scary it is?
For me, it was the first Resident Evil.
Oh, I love that game.
My babysitter played it with me. And
Really?
it scared the crap out of me. Oh, that first crawler that comes out in the first one on PlayStation. Woo.
Yeah, that's freaky.
Wait a minute. Josh, did you say that the babysitter played the video game with you and was trying to scare the wits out of you? That sounds like
Oh yeah.
a very evil babysitter.
So yeah, that was a babysitter, and then like the Halloween before that, my sister locked my brother and I in a room to watch Michael Myers Halloween. So it was very small snippets of my childhood right there.
I'm really mesmerized by this adult
Yeah,
game.
it is very mesmerizing. Hey Josh, I showed them about what was it, 2 or 3 months ago, a classic that I used to love that was a horror movie or a horror show, but it was about a rat. So I showed them Ben, and I was just wondering your thoughts around that. If you ever saw that great classical TV show Ben with the horrible rat.
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, Lord. Good old Ben.
Good old Ben.
Ben horror movie. It came out in 1972.
Yes.
It's about a pet rat. Ben
Yeah,
becomes
pet
the
rat.
boy's best friend.
What's it called?
Speaking of,
Ben.
That's like a person's
So-
name.
Like Ben
Yeah.
Hur, but not.
Oh.
no, speaking of, the scary one was Watership Down, which wasn't supposed to be scary at all. That freaked me out.
And the biggest
Why
thing
are
about
they
Ben,
walking
Josh, was
that
the
way?
music, which was Michael Jackson.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say is it has something to do with Willard, and there's a Willard quote. It's the sequel
Yes.
to Willard. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, that's it. It's the sequel to Willard. Yes.
I was,
Watership Did you see that one? The Watership Down with the bunnies? Good gosh, that was the freakiest thing. Had the bunny with the red eye, had the scratches on his back. Oh, it's freaky.
Hey, Toby, I've never asked you, but there was a guy in Durham that used to do them regularly. Did you ever go to a like one of those Iraqi picture show kind of costume parties? Because I do know that I believe it was Malcolm that used to do it on occasion or somebody like that. But those can be quite interesting because it's like early versions of, as far as I'm concerned, Iraqi is like early versions of cosplay. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, that is.
early versions of cosplay. I mean, cosplay has been around for a while because people have been dressing up in comic book characters forever. But in terms of, I mean, it's got so yes, the Rialto in Raleigh before it closed down used to do the Rocky Horror Picture Shows all the time, and I'd gone years ago. Gone with some friends and stuff. Did the underwear run? Did the Virgin line? I remember doing that first time I went, and second time because it was just fun. But yeah, I just did all the stuff with the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Cool.
Yeah, it was more like showing drag and stuff, which is different from cosplay.
Yeah,
but it was specifically to showcase drag, which is kind of cool.
That is very cool. Well, like I said, I am going to make that run because I was in that election special, but now I got to leave the lovely Haytech because if I'm not careful, speaking of ghosts and horrible things, they might start popping around here. And then they might start dancing at the cultural center since we do know they exist here. And they're probably going like, Mark, it's time for our party. Why are you still here? You're still at the center. You need to leave. We can have our party.
Yeah, don't miss the bus. And we'll see you in a bit.
We will. Jacoby knows about that. He's popped into the building. He knows the spirits that roam around here.
That's what the Haytide looks like, though. Sometimes.
It does, exactly.
See, such an
Jacoby, you weren't supposed to tell him about the back room. It's secret. You weren't supposed to let him know about that. It's wrong. How dare you?
Man, all I know about this is if I ever was at a slumber party like that when I was in high school, my goodness, I would be so happy.
I can see you in that pink outfit right there.
Yeah. Like, look.
What is happening right now with the fist?
What?
I mean,
she was doing something like this.
That's the game. I don't. Like I said,
I'm sorry. I got very distracted. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No.
I was just looking at all the other girl parts. Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
they
I
going back
totally would have
downstairs.
been distracted. Oh, yeah. See, that's creepy. That's like one thing. That's like a worst nightmare. Always thinking that someone is creepily lurking through your house.
I mean, I can't imagine, especially, given
he's
the
caught.
dangers presented to, those.
48 people
in this society.
It would have been an interesting TV show.
Late at night.
What was that horrifying Adult Swim? It was like the make fun of the early sitcoms in like the 70s, 80s, like the All in the Family.
Are you talking about the recent one?
Within the last, I don't know, decade.
Because there's the one that's out, the Tim, what's his name? Tim Pirelli, Tim something or other.
I simultaneously do and don't want to remember it because then I know it'll be stuck in my head. Like anytime I hear Pump Up the Jam, that's it. Yeah.
There was also the one with what was it? Satan and his son.
All right. I'll Google it.
There's one downstairs.
Shit.
There's one downstairs.
Too Many Cooks. That's what it was.
Too Many Cooks.
Did you guys see this?
Mm-mm.
Too Many Cooks.
It's a video. Don't watch the whole thing, but if you want to throw it on, it's.
Oh, where'd you put it? Did you already share it?
No. If you just type in Too Many Cooks into Google, it'll pop up. Oh god, I'm gonna have nightmares.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You remember that?
Yeah. I remember that show. There was
Well,
something
they
about
just it was
happening.
like a fake intro, so that's all it was. It was just that came on like one random night at 3 a.m. on Adult Swim and then blew up overnight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was weird.
There's one downstairs. One downstairs. Okay, I'll plug it in. What are you looking for? An iPad charger for?
So I can charge my phone.
I'll get it later.
And my phone's-
See what I got to deal with, Josh?
my phone's gonna die.
Oh, I mean, give me a couple of years, and I'm sure. Kids already asking for TV all the time. He's 3 years old.
iPad charger.
Wait till they turn 12.
Dada, TV? TV, Dada?
Yep. See, I need the iPad charger because I need to charge my phone.
Yeah,
Like she's gonna use it in the middle of the night.
give it to me. It's gonna die.
I'll charge it.
But you won't.
See, Josh,
You never do.
12 years old.
I asked
12
you
years
something,
old.
you never do.
Jitobi, be nice. I'm going
If
to.
it makes, I don't know if your 12-year-old can hear me, but if it makes them feel better, I have a 12-year-old brother, and my dad has not gotten them a cell phone yet. So,
See?
but my dad's also a crazy person, so there's that.
Like you won't.
Go to sleep because you gotta get up for school tomorrow.
Dude's still creeping on the screen just all the time.
Yeah, that's this game was just horrible. It was horrible, such a horrible game. But it's what made people crazy. You just had people going around.
Have you played Deathloop yet?
Yes. But I haven't gotten too far in it. I just started it because
No, it's kind of hard. Well, it's definitely hard because there's a lot of puzzling and stuff that you got to do. But
Yeah.
I will say it's one of the better games I've ever seen as far as like accessibility and inclusion. It's got two black main characters, one
Yep.
femme, one male presenting, which I think is a first for any main game.
yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I can think of.
And then you had Grounded, where you could turn off spiders if you have arachnophobia, which I thought was very nice.
I didn't know that you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know
Those
you could do
spiders
that.
are scary as shit.
Survival game.
Grounded, yeah. So it's basically like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and you're
Yeah.
tiny in a backyard, and you need to like craft things and survive. And then
That's
like
so
a giant
cute.
wolf spider kills you a lot. A lot,
I wanted
yeah.
to play Grounded, but I didn't. That's one of the ones I meant to download.
It's good. It's definitely like if you're into like those survival, build up your camp and your asset stuff.
Oh, okay. I mean, it looks like a fun game. I wanted to play this one, but I just, again, with all the other stuff that I keep downloading, then it goes off the top bar for my for hey, you want to. This is a new to the Game Pass.
It's definitely worth the money for now.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's a cool game. I mean, it looks really cool.
Oh yeah, it's really pretty. They did a very good job.
I did start. Well, I got the 12-year-old playing Genshin Impact for a little bit, and then she stopped.
hmm.
I don't know if I know that one.
The one that was basically a kind of a ripoff of Legend of Zelda when it was coming out.
Mm. Did you play Tunic with the adorable fox?
I wanted to. That
Oh, I
looks
love
so
them
cool.
so much. I don't know. I've got a thing for foxes, apparently.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
John Oliver's got a thing for horses. I've got a thing for foxes. Let's just call it what it is.
But yeah, Genshin Impact is actually, it looks beautiful, especially if you're into, anime or Well, actually, yeah, anime. If you like, also Legend of Zelda. It's a very beautiful game, but it's a grind. It is a big time grind.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been I'm also like very into competitive like sport gaming too. So there's that.
Did you play Freestyle Street Basketball too?
No. I've been
That's right,
I've been
because you
stuck.
played it on the Xbox. Because
Right. So I've been stuck in EA world forever,
yeah,
which
Good.
I've been holding off on 23, but I am nationally ranked in 22. I will say
really,
Nice.
I'm ranked 2200.
really,
Yeah.
on NBA 2K.
No, Madden 22.
Oh, Madden. Okay.
Oh
I need
no,
to get
I'm
back to that.
god awful at 2K. Holy crap! I tried. I haven't put enough hours in, but I'm real bad.
Yeah, I got to get back into Madden. I hadn't played Madden for a while. I'd jump in and out of it a couple of different times. But yeah, this is what
It's-
Genshin
yeah.
Impact was like.
Okay. Yeah, very very Zelda-esque.
Yeah. I mean, it has a
Final
lot of similar things to Zelda, but it's more of a grind. There's a lot of differences though, but it definitely plays pretty well. You can really get into it. I think I've got how many characters do I have now? Oops, not there. Let me go to. So I've got all these different characters up here at the top that I can choose between. That's the main character that you start with. She's pretty awesome. She's electricity. She's a mage. She does a bow and arrow. She's got the long spear and uses fire. He uses sword and ice. He's water and a sword. She's water and a mage. She's electricity and a sword, broadsword. She's just an earth and a broadsword, and then you got she's water and I think the spear. But each character has their different abilities that you can utilize. Because that one's wind. He said she's a mage, so she can drop in lightning anywhere. She's my bow and arrow, can drop in. She'll explode. At some point, takes a little time. She's my favorite because the old spear, and she also throws one, but he just spits out fire the whole time. But it's like I said, it's a fun game, but it's a freaking grind. You get to level adventure level 26. Once you get to adventure level 26, then you can play with other people. And it's not PvP, it's all, PvE.
Mm-hmm.
So when somebody jumps into your world, you guys are just going on different quests together. And there are tons and tons of quests. I mean, in all honesty, I'll never ever end up doing all of these quests because the game just takes forever. The adventure
I'm trying
level,
to do.
such a grind in that game.
I've tried to do full completionist on a couple of games, and it's a grind.
This one, they have opened up so many portions of the world, and they constantly are updating. So, in terms of a full completionist, you will hate life with that game.
Have you ever created a true achievement tracker?
No.
Yeah, so I started doing that during COVID because I was bored. So basically, I don't know how familiar you are with the Xbox OS. I don't know if PS does this. Sorry, I was talking to our non-gamer, but you have various achievements within a game, so you can get gamer points basically. And then for gamer score that you can like trade in for random shit. / it means nothing. But see, I trailed off again.
It's adorable.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's
but-
okay. It's late night at Gamers Done.
It looks like Herschel Walker might be winning Georgia,
That's
which is mind blowing to me.
how I just don't get it. The man he's barely qualified to work at McDonald's.
It's bad.
Checking in on Ohio, and there were some people who I was like,
Holy
"Oh,
shit.
this looks good," and now it's all red. What?
No way! Are you kidding me? JD Vance is gonna beat Tim Ryan? No way!
Yeah. Ryan was far ahead, and now it's Vance. And then DeWine. Definitely not a fan.
Holy crap! Well, so for basically what I've been reading is everyone anticipated that we were going to lose the House. It was just keeping the Senate.
I mean,
if we lose the Senate, we lose the courts more.
Yeah. Historically speaking, it has always been where the midterms always end up, a wave or however the term you want to use goes for the opposite political party of the actual president. That's the way it's always gone historically. Sadly, because of how extremist and nutcase the Republican Party has become, this one's going to hurt. More so than anything.
Especially since it's like a perfect storm for so much going on already. Sad.
The only saving grace for Georgia right now is if Walker does not hit 50%. I mean, they're sitting at 80% right now, but if Walker does not hit 50%, then there's going to be a runoff in December.
And last I checked,
because he's sitting at 49.3, and Warnock is at 48. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, Stacey Abrams is down too.
Yeah, Kemp was supposed to win that, which sucks. I don't understand. I don't understand how you vote. Well, I guess I do, because people are so tribalist right now, especially in the the Republican Party, because they focus. How do you vote for somebody who has no policies and no one hates?
Well, because they're voting on the culture war, right? They're not voting on policy anymore. They're long past that. We've seen a mass transmutation from overt racism to codified racism to structural, and cutting taxes equals, less pay to education, and here we are. It's all intertwined, and we're fucked. Sorry, I'm going to be very doomer tonight. Get ready.
No, we do that too.
Yeah.
You're just taking over for me tonight. I'm just.
Well, like my one hope was, and I know I'm a little bit in my LinkedIn bubble, right, where I predominantly spend most of my time on there trying to build up my audience. But I did kind of have a little bit of hope that maybe some people understood the gravity of this particular election cycle. Like, I don't think people understand how serious I'm being when like I'm trying to tell them that like if we don't change things in the next 2 years, like it's this or fascism, right? Like that's where we're heading because the pieces are in place, right?
Very
They've
much
already
a civil
got
war soon, honestly.
Well, the the base of Trump's base, and actually, we'll just say the Republican Party has already said that if things don't go their way, they were looking at a civil war.
Oh, right, because if they didn't win, they were already saying that it was rigged, right? So you're creating a no-win scenario. It's either the election's rigged or hey, we beat the rigged election.
Yeah. I mean,
And
from what's the lady?
They've got election deniers in 48 of 50 states running, so they can supplant their own electors.
Yep. So now, the roughest part is the fact that how do you win another election when the people in charge are saying that those elections don't count?
Yeah.
And that's where we're at right now, because having the Republican Party in, who was it that said that they were going to throw in not an elector, the pollsters or whomever. No, it was, who was it? Was it Mastrianos that said that they were going to throw in a lieutenant governor that was going to only count elections for Republicans?
That sounds like something Doug Mastriano would say.
But that's the Republican Party right now. That's Mastrianos is just saying the same thing all the other individuals are saying.
I mean,
and that's the crazy part.
I'd go further and say that that's the right historically, right? We're just seeing it more overtly now, but that's an argument we can have after we're not teetering on the brink of fucked. Yay!
Yeah, it sucks. The fact that people voted for Herschel Walker.
It's honestly like when he was at 40%, I was like, how did 400,000 people vote for him? And then it's like, oh my God, they're at 1.6 million. Like, holy crap. Then again, I guess I had the same reaction for Trump, right? Like, how did 50 million people vote for that? Fuck. How did my dad vote for that dude, right? Like, I just don't understand.
Man, literally. That's the funny part. How so the Republican Party talks about, well, we're not racist. The Republican Party puts out, okay, well, we love women. Well, first and foremost, you put the head of your party, a person who's retweeting white supremacists. That's who you literally put at the top of your party and are defending. You really have gone to defend another dude who was it Tommy Tuberville, who went out and said a whole bunch of racist stuff. Oh, we're going to defend him.
There's a bunch of them, right? Also, like, can you guys tell me the number one news network in America? Not the news network, sorry, the number one news show in America.
Oh, Fox News.
It is Fox News, but do you know the particular host?
Tucker Carlson.
Very, very good. Tucker Carlson, who had a literal white supremacist who was fired off his writing staff, who literally has had reformed white supremacists come out and say, hey, we watch his show for dog whistles to use in our lives and we take notes. But nope, let's continue to let him have airtime.
Tucker Carlson Tucker Carlson pushes white supremacist propaganda all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is
100%.
He himself is a bigoted individual. You cannot put out this much white supremacist propaganda, bigotry out into the ethos and say, well, I'm just reporting the news. That's not you, dog. That's not you. You this is you are what you are reporting. Every little bit that you're pushing out, that's who you are. Just be honest about it.
And it's like, I don't understand why he's not honest about it, right? at this point, like they didn't brace him. It's not like he'd get canceled, right? Like it's not a secret. Do you really think that like the majority of his audience? I'm just curious. Do you think the majority of his audience is really under the illusion that like they're at worst like non-racist, race impartial in that, right? Do you really think they buy into that illusion?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if anything, they'd be like, yeah, see, you know, like this is okay. Let's be racist. Let's be overtly racist. It's like, come on, if you're gonna spew all that shit, at least be honest about it.
but the
And
thing
then
is,
his followers would be like, oh yeah, this is the greatest thing, which like I don't condone, but it's so stupid. It's like
But then they lose the
logic
grift of getting
is so
canceled.
reverse.
so they won't be honest because they believe they aren't. Regardless what they say, his base will adamantly say that they are not. And reason being is because they don't want that label. They feel, you're saying racism is, being a racist is bad, and I'm not bad. So they're not going to accept that.
Calling me a racist is racist. How dare you?
Yeah. So so they won't admit that they ever are. And you know that when an individual says all these things, like Tucker Carlson will never say that he's a racist or that he is pushing white supremacist propaganda. He'll never do that.
Yeah.
No, of course not. No. But well, I mean, let's see how deeply we slide into fascism and how quickly. Maybe that state news cycle goes harder into Bolsonaro than which will, at least there's good news there, right? We get Lulu instead of Bolsonaro. So if you're looking for some hope out there, folks,
I mean,
Chile and Brazil.
So there's this you guys heard about this RA who was just doing her job at University of Kentucky, and this person came in. She was like, I didn't even think she was a student, and didn't have her ID, was extremely drunk, shouting racist slurs towards this RA. And this RA was, you could see in the video too, and like the video was tough to watch, but it was like she was trying everything possible to just make it look like, it's fine, but she was getting bitten and everything. And this chick who was doing all this, she's actually from Fort Mitchell, which is right across the river from where I used to live. Like, I'm just like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense that of course she would be there. But that was tough to read too, because it was like, they're like, no, of course, I'm not guilty for doing all this shit. And, I'm not racist, I was just drunk. Like, excuse you. So that was pretty disturbing to read recently as well.
Yeah, but this election is going to hurt because everything you guys are talking about is going to hurt because people are going to go in more denial and feel more empowered based off of this election. So the individual that you were talking about, Kara, will now be empowered.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds horrible, but it just people like that, I just instantly want to just put them in a headlock. Like, I'm not violent, but I just instantly want to put them in a headlock and be like, are you kidding me? I don't get it.
I'm glad you said that, because my partner and I have been having this exact kind of argument where, like, we're getting to the point where I kind of want us to get a gun. And I understand that I'm like vehemently anti-gun and she's anti-gun. I don't know, but so we've been having this debate about like the efficacy of like getting an actual weapon for some sort of altercation that could come in the near future, right?
I mean, so before I moved, I was doing MMA, and it was really cool to be able to learn how to use my body, especially, because I am petite, I'm short and petite stature. And so it was really cool to be able to like, oh, I can do this and that. And then that happens. And, like, oh, and you're down, that's great. Right. And so that's empowering. And also coming from like growing up in Indiana, southeastern Indiana, it's like guns everywhere. And but then also growing up with guns being part of just like hunting and conservation culture, not so much like stupid stuff that a lot of people use guns for, a lot of rednecks. And but like I totally get that too, because like wanting to learn how to use it, how to properly like understand the whole concept of gun ownership and like ethical gun ownership. Like it's stuff like this where you do just feel like maybe I should brush up on this,
Well, I mean, I come from 3 generations of military and police too, so I very much understand what you're talking about. Because I grew up hunting up in New Hampshire. I think that might be the compromise we came up with. I'm going to go Katniss and go get a bow because I grew up doing archery. So that feels like my 3-year-old is not going to accidentally shoot me with a bow. I definitely know that.
No,
Those things are heavy. Those things are heavy as shit to pull back.
Yeah, great.
And
skill.
Yeah, regardless of how big they are, I know it's not happening at least until they mean to.
Yeah.
So
Jacoby,
that was good. That was some dark humor. Thank you there.
Yeah, no, you're good. Jacoby, I just I Googled earlier. Like, okay, so if anything happens, go get Mark from the bus and then drive north. You're just 4 hours away from me now. So it used to be 8, so now we're 4. And yeah, and then we'll somehow, I don't know, steal a boat, steal a ship, and then go to a different country. All of us, like a whole bunch of us. We'll get Josh too. Yeah. Oh, did I freeze?
Hey, it froze. I don't know why it froze.
Oh,
That was
Josh.
weird.
We'll see you in a second. Yeah, it's all very interesting. All weird. Just
Yeah. I mean, right now, like I said, it's a sad reality that we have to live with. And
yeah,
I
it
wish
definitely makes me actively look for ways to have real impact. I mean, definitely voting is one of them, but like just being more intentional about life and the impact that we create, just being out, doing our thing, businesses, personal life. How can I create impact and support people, especially when legislature is being passed that negatively affects people?
Yeah. I mean, from legislature to, I mean, they're just, as you're talking about, yeah.
To
Impacting the
full on
community.
discrimination. I mean, how the second that in some spaces, the second that I talk about being a non-binary person, um, the conversation with uh, men, especially, can turn extremely aggressive,
Mhm.
like aggressive and threatening, and that's and that's scary. So it's like it's just wild. Legislature, just people, how people respond to others in general.
Do you think that's indicative of their fear of the non like heteronormative, or just a general fear of like otherization?
Um,
There's no.
so I'm
real
gonna be
answer.
real blunt on this show.
Please.
I fully believe it's because then I'm not fuckable.
Interesting. And so they're mad at you for like what, wasting their time because
Mhm.
that's the only value that you could possibly have.
I'm getting cheese from this cheese bin, sir. Leave me alone.
Um, I mean, I still think that. Oh, almost.
That was good.
I still think one of the things that we are still in, and we're going to have to battle with still for a very long time, and many people talk about it, and I still think it's true. We are still in that death rattle of. Oh, don't tell me that. Keep him out. The death rattle of the what is it, the white male patriarchy society,
Yeah.
and getting out of that will help us tremendously
Mhm.
as a community.
100%. But it takes the people still on it to do that. And that's incredibly painful.
Yep. And that's just that's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Oh, hit the edge. The real sad part, again, I'm still saddened by the whole Herschel Walker thing,
Yeah.
because the only reason he was put up is because he was a black guy. He was a black guy and he was famous.
And he played football. Yeah, definitely the two.
He had no qualifications for the actual position. He was
I will say.
antithetical.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say he was antithetical to the to everything that, quote unquote, the party's morale or moral platform that they had placed themselves on. He was antithetical to everything that they preached. Oh, black fathers need to be there for his kids or for their kids. Well, you weren't there for yours. You didn't even admit you had two outside of wedlock. Then on top of that, you weren't there. Oh, anti-abortion. Well, you paid for 3. Well, we love women. Well, you tried to kill your wife. You said you were going to murder her and shoot her in the head. Oh, we love cops, or we love the police. You said you wanted to have a shootout with the police. Everything you supposedly stand for, you really gone against. So,
Well, if it helps make you feel better at all, typically in these elections there is that late blue push in late counted votes, because there's usually a later Republicans vote earlier than Democrats typically. So
I'm
there is
hoping
that.
I'm hoping that in this case that works, but from the way because of the I overshot it, doggone it. Oh, the
I
way
was so
that
close.
the midterm elections work historically, yeah, there is supposed to be that red wave,
Mm-hmm.
and it just sucks. Oh,
Mhm.
that this is what we're stuck with.
Yeah, I'm just saying, within intra elections, there's
Yeah.
typically a blue wave at the end of the election, not necessarily a blue wave election, so to speak. So for toss-up races like Georgia, we still might have something, but I think Georgia's still. I mean, not Georgia. Pennsylvania's still looking okay so far. So
Yeah, see, Shapiro's still up, which is good.
Oz is closing the gap on Fetterman.
Really?
That stinks.
Yeah.
I
That
still
really
can't
stinks.
believe DeWine, 63%.
Oz is another person that's supposed to be that is antithetical to everything that they stand for.
Well, that's the thing is that it doesn't matter, right? Like it just doesn't matter anymore.
Nope.
I think Trump was a good, good representation of that.
Yeah. Like, oh, if he can run, we can run. I would totally vote for Mark Lee.
I think everybody would vote for Mark Lee.
We should totally make that happen. So,
I don't know if Mark Lee would run though.
no.
Oh, you stinker!
So I know you only met Mark Lee for just a little bit, Josh, but he is, he is a wise and very gentle and sweet soul, and he is involved in so many different things, like so many art festivals or in movie festivals, music festivals. Like he's just like a celebrity in Durham, almost. His parents, well, his dad. First of all, his dad looks like his younger brother, and his dad's like 80, in his 80s. And they have a radio station, like a jazz radio station, or is it? Yeah. So yeah. Oh, and if you ever play Pictionary, you will never guess whatever the hell he's trying to draw.
Yeah.
My partner doesn't let me play board games anymore because I get a little too into it.
Yeah.
That and I always end up asking to play Cards Against Humanity. So
Oh yeah.
I have a soft spot for that. So
I don't think I'm going to do well on this board.
Oh, this is interesting.
Freaking cars.
Wait, have you gotten to the one where the railings blow you up and there's bombs?
Yeah.
Ugh,
I hate
yeah.
that.
The little floaty bombs are the worst.
And then I hit one. Well, I hit a bomb and then landed on a parking spot. Luckily, one time.
Oh,
That's an achievement.
talent.
Yep.
Nerd. I'm a nerd.
Oh, it fell off the side. Oh, stinker. But yeah, Kara, you see how this game is very frustrating?
Well, you were hitting the barriers.
I was trying to dodge the cars.
Oh.
The other thing is you can't stop. So
Yeah.
there's no reverse. So once you stop, you're parked. You have to keep going, and then you can run out of gas too. So
Yep.
Well, it's like Fall Guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
very different, but it's like you have all these angles, and you have to try to go and like all those angles. It was so frustrating.
Especially when the cars hit you in the backside and right where you're supposed to be. The freaking car hits you. See if I can get that last one. Go.
Oh,
Those are,
nice.
those are the easy ones. It's this last one that's the hard one.
So, the woo part of me is like, so election guys, and also we have a blood full moon, right? So we have
Yep.
all the weirdness happening right now.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit of a moon slut, so I'm gonna have to go look at that sometime tonight.
Oh yeah. So what's funny? Okay, so I was looking up at all the different things. Sounds a little scandalous, but it is a full beaver blood moon, and it is a lunar eclipse as well. So it syncs up with Uranus. So it's one hell of a moon.
It syncs up with what?
I was gonna say, is that how you're supposed to actually say it?
Yeah.
I'm saying it this way today.
Oh, I was gonna be
Okay.
like, oh my god, have we all been saying it like a butt for the wrong reasons?
That's why I don't say it like a butt. Especially like with full beaver blood moon in front of it.
So you wouldn't want a butt in front of the beaver blood moon, is what you're saying?
No butts.
No,
Just Uranus.
it almost sounds worse to me. I don't know.
So
Yeah, no, definitely look it up. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't go outside.
Look
I
up your
should.
butt.
I should wander with Henry later.
Wow, that came out of nowhere. It was a good callback.
and I missed it.
Ah.
So, I'm gonna sound super old. Do you guys all know each other IRL?
No, because Kara never comes down to visit.
It works both ways. You never went to Cincinnati to visit.
True.
No, so there's this IBM TV that's now podcast or Pod TV, right?
Yeah.
They're still involved. I was going to have a show. It didn't pan out. Like Mark Lee, because everyone knows and loves Mark Lee. But he's like, hey, come on the Gamers Den. And then I just showed up and then never left.
Because I've known Mark. Actually, in real life, I've known Mark for a while.
Yeah, families know each other and everything, but you and I, Jacoby, we're virtual family.
I got busted. Yeah. I was not supposed to be busted that time. I don't like the cops
Mm-mm.
in this game.
I skipped that level. Oh, I don't like them in real life too. Let me clarify that.
Well, I got a bunch of friends that are cops, and
No, I know. I'm being a rabble
Yeah.
rouser.
as long as I can stay safe, I'm good. I can.
I'm sure I'll get blamed for all the election losses because I said defund the police once.
See, it's all your fault, Josh.
I don't know.
So
Hey, I don't know if I got like 9,000 followers on LinkedIn, so I'm kind of a big deal. All right.
Ooh, I lost them that time.
It's so trashy.
So I could totally hear you, Jacoby, if you ever get pulled over. I could totally hear you say, so what happened was, and like really lean into your accent too. So what happened was,
See, you want me, want me though. Stop chasing me. Stop it.
and
Stop it.
then, yeah.
Oh, you see that? It has the friggin' there are 3 cops plus the exploding bars on the last car. 1, 2, 3. Get away from the bars. I couldn't get away from them.
Oh, so sad.
Man. Yeah, this level sucks. I don't want to do that one. But see, Kara, if you played this game and you got 2 people, you're both being chased by the cops and everything else, and jumping into the ocean if you need to.
I mean, it
If
has
you play-
been warm here in DC lately. It was like 80 degrees yesterday.
Mm. It went from like 70 to 40 here in Mass.
Yeah, today it was 50 degrees.
I went out in shorts, a tee, and sandals. It was not the look.
Yeah.
They leave me alone. Yeah. Oh.
Oh my gosh, time flies when you're having fun. It's 11.
Ron Johnson is still in the battle.
Mm.
Ugh.
Hopefully he loses.
Long Run Johnson?
Yeah, he Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin. Ron Johnson.
Mm.
Oh, where am I going? Mark popped back in. Well,
Did
he did, but he disappeared again.
he? Mm.
I ran out of gas. The last car, and I got busted that quick. There we go. I lost him. I got one. Ooh. Oh, Josh, were you watching House of the Dragon?
I watched up until the time change, and then I haven't finished.
Oh, really? Oh, it got so much better after the time change.
It's such a good show.
Oh my gosh. I really, really. Oh,
We're watching a lot of things, so I think that kind of fell to the wayside. Plus, I'm mad at George R.R. Martin for not releasing the damn book already.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Rothfuss. I don't know if y'all have ever read the Kingkiller Chronicles, but I've been waiting on that book 3 for 11 years now. No, oh my god, 2007. Oh god, I'm old.
I love how. So, with the time jump, there's new characters of Rhaenyra and
Mm.
Little Miss Hightower. And so Emma Darcy plays Rhaenyra, and they are non-binary, and so that's super cool to have a representation
Definitely.
of that, especially because like there are so many, like there's still not a lot of non-binary representation. And they're a stellar actor as well. Like the acting is, oof.
Well,
And,
the acting is great, and so is the writing.
yeah.
That was the beautiful thing, because they actually went back and it felt more like the original Game of Thrones,
Mhm.
not Game of Thrones season 8, which sucked. But actual Game of Thrones was really good.
Well, I like that there's not a lot of sexual assault scenes. Like they alluded to it, but they didn't really, it's like we don't need to see that. And but they alluded to the story, we get that happens and that it's glorified, and period pieces like that, but just the whole being sensitive about it and still including it in the writing and it being powerful, um, and like really seeing the buildup of um, like the everything just coming into play the way it did. Like, whew.
I mean, it. So, oh Lord, the cop chased me again. What I do? Leave me alone.
You were speeding.
Yeah, I think so.
I saw you.
I'm gonna go
And
in
the
this way.
problem was it was Josh's foot that was going down there pressing the gas, and that's the reason you were speeding.
Mhm.
Oh, I busted his tail light. Actually, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
I mean, I didn't need a tail light because who needs a tail light when you don't hit the brakes?
It's true.
Oh my goodness.
But I enjoy, like I said, House of the Dragon. I enjoyed a lot because it actually told a story, and that's why, like Andor is freaking. It's the best thing to happen to Star Wars in terms of live action. Mandalorian was great, was good. I won't say great. It was good, but then it fell into the trap of, hey, you know what? Don't you want to buy the Baby Yoda toy? I hated that.
Well, I mean, that's the Disney in it, right? You gotta
Exactly.
commodify.
I hate it. But that's why I like Andor, because Andor tells me a story. Andor feels like a Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, The Expanse. Tell me a story show about Star Wars. So I don't know if you've watched that one.
I have not watched Andor yet.
Because it's not like it doesn't feel like you're watching a Star Wars.
It was a nice jump, Jacoby.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Did you like for me, Rogue One was my favorite of the Star Wars movies?
Mm.
Because again, it wasn't, hey, don't you like Luke Skywalker? Guess what? We got Luke Skywalker. Don't you like Princess Leia? I don't tell me a story. So yeah, that's why I liked Rogue One so much. And then this just is a perfect tale of that. It just it's so good.
Good.
So House of Dragon actually got me into watching Game of Thrones because I was never interested in it at all. And so now I'm in season 4.
Okay.
And midway through, I think, because Joffrey has kicked the bucket finally. But
Everybody cheered for that.
yeah. And Marjorie seducing little Tommen, which is kind of horrifying to see. But yeah, so it's gotten me into watching that and like, oh, okay, I see the story. But I like how House of Dragon has more of a story. Like Game of Thrones, it has a lot of gore and stuff, which is fine. It is what it is. But yeah, House of Dragon, it was super cool. And then Matt Smith makes everything good in anything that he's in.
So with Game of Thrones, if you do the books, I mean, you'll kind of appreciate. Well, I don't want to say you won't appreciate it more. You can see how they deviate from the books in roughly about season 2.
I'm pissed we didn't get Lady Stoneheart. That was my
thing too.
yeah.
Oh,
I was
because I really
not
wanted
happy.
to see the whole let's string
Oh
Jamie and
yeah, she
Brienne
was
up.
supposed to come back and she didn't.
Mhm.
Yep.
And like I was waiting for it the whole time because I have read the books, but my partner hasn't. So I love to do that like thing where like I know what's gonna happen, but you don't.
Yep.
And then like it just never happened. I was so disappointed.
Well, the writers said that they wanted to make sure to bring John back, and they didn't want to have that reoccurring theme of like people coming back from the dead. But I mean, Catelyn Stark, like it was rough that she left the series so quickly.
Well, so there was a reason she came back though, and that was the beauty of it. Like
Yeah.
John, the reason they brought John back is because people liked him,
Yeah.
not the story. Like with
He was
Sansa.
such a horrible soldier, like, or a horrible knight. Like, he was such a horrible knight. Like, he was useless.
I mean, once you'll see, the further you get into the actual show, you'll hate a lot of the decisions that they made in the show. Season 8, you'll hate with a passion.
It's pretty bad. I don't know if it's ending of Dexter bad, but it's up there.
Yeah. yeah. Because there was just no point to it, and then you're waiting for these things to come to pass that you put in so much time and effort into trying to understand, and it's pointless. That's what you feel like.
It's so sad.
Arya, the wolves, Ren, the Baratheons, the Dothraki. I mean, there's just so many things that you're like, you could have done it differently. You could have followed the books, even though the last 2 books aren't there. You could have followed the books.
Have you been watching their rendition of The Golden Compass?
I have watched
Sorry.
some. I watched the first season. I didn't watch the second season yet.
His Dark.
The first season I thought was okay. But yeah, I didn't watch the second season yet. Did you watch it?
Yeah, no, I was a fan.
How was the second season though?
I mean, I liked it. You read the trilogy, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so basically they just adapted the subtle knife. I thought they did a good job with Will.
Okay.
But we see kind of intertwined throughout the first season. But no, I like it. I'm really excited, obviously, for Amber Spyglass because anything that takes down Catholicism is cool in my book. But
Did you see Westworld?
Oh,
My
it's
partner, right?
canceled.
Yeah, I didn't. So we had watched the first 2 seasons, and then I had like stopped for a bit, and I just never had gotten back into it. And then I was like, oh well, shit, it's canceled. Now I don't have to finish it.
So I don't understand why they say that it was canceled, because so the first 2 seasons were decent. The first season was phenomenal. I love the first season.
Yeah,
Second season was pretty good. The third season made no sense, and the fourth season wrapped up everything. So saying that they were canceled confused everybody who's watched it, because there's no place for you to go with a 5th season. Absolutely no place. There's no story. So
interesting.
The third season, if you guys take time to watch it, the third season you'll think is kind of pointless and useless.
Is that the one that intros Aaron Paul?
Which one?
Is that
What'd
the
you
one
say?
that intros Aaron Paul?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You'll sit there and you'll watch it and you're like, this doesn't make any sense. This isn't Westworld. This is just dumb. And then the way they take the third season, you're like, okay, this doesn't make any sense at all. This is even dumber. But then you'll look at the fourth season. You're like, okay, now it makes sense what they did in the third season, but it still sucked.
It's lost.
Yeah. And like I said, the fourth season is okay, but does nothing. The third and the fourth season do not compare at all to the first and the second.
I think I bored Mark Lee away.
No, he just floats in and out.
He's probably going to get some food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have to pronounce his first and last name as like his whole name? He's like Cher.
No, but he is kind of like our share. But
Well,
No judgment. I'm just asking.
No, it just when you said that, it made me think of the Boondocks. And I don't know if you watched the Boondocks,
yeah.
so if you've seen the Boondocks, there's one episode where it had a pimp named Slickback. And that was his name, a pimp named Slickback. And you had to say the whole thing. Not just Slickback, but a pimp named Slickback. Yeah, Boondocks is hilarious.
Yeah, definitely. But now I want to just call Mark Lee a pimp named Mark Lee.
Yeah.
Now you've just lengthened his name, Josh.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm sorry. What was the new first moniker?
A pimp named Mark Lee.
Okay, sorry. Yes, my apologies. A pimp named Mark Lee.
No, you're good. You're good.
I guess
don't know,
Mr.
it's
Mark Lee.
Mark Lee. So for me, anytime anyone introduces themselves, that's their name. So he said, I'm Mark Lee. So I just that's his name. And so I always just like, hey, this is Mark Lee.
I guess I've already bought into it because I've auditorially subscribed.
Yeah. Yeah. It just makes sense.
It does.
If I can stop hitting these bouncing things. I
Oh,
ran out of gas. I ran out of gas. Son of a-
Oh. Well, it's getting late. And I know you like to keep going, Jatovi, and I honor that, but I'm gonna say goodbye to you too. And Josh, it was so fun having you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I think I'll probably call it as well. But thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, Josh, we got to play some more, though. We're going to actually sit down and play some games, though. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, my
Thank you so much.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Oh, I gotta hit the exit though.
Oh, you're exiting? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta hit the exit. See?
Bye, everyone.
everyone.